Hello, and welcome to our online video guide of the brand new AirPlus Portal for Program Managers. This video will help you in your role as Program Manager to complete the setup for your company. Before we begin, it's important to mention that this video has been recorded using our test environment. As we continue to do updates to make the portal more user-friendly, there is a possibility you might spot some minor differences with the actual portals. Now, let's have a look at our brand new AirPlus portal. In order to log in, you should use the credentials you have received from AirPlus via email. After confirming your login details, you will be redirected to the home screen of the portal. As mentioned before, you have been designated as the program manager and the first user to start working into the new portal on behalf of your company. In this role, you are responsible for setting up the structure within the portal, creating accounts, initiate the card application process, create other users such as portal administrator, card administrator, electronic billing user, or accountant. These responsibilities can be delegated to one or more portal administrators. Should you not want to continue in English, you can switch your language settings at the top right corner and choose from a number of other languages. As a program manager, you might also be responsible for several entities within your company, and you might be a card user yourself. Next to the language settings, you are able to either switch between entities or switch from program admin to card user. The first step is to create your account to generate card requests. In our test environment, you will see that under Accounts, there is already an account created in there. When you open the portal yourself, this section will be empty and only the company agreement will be visible, as well as the products that were agreed upon. In our test environment, you also see that now there is only one product available, in this case, the AirPlus Corporate Card Type 2. But within your portal, there might be more products available, such as Type 1 cards or virtual cards, etc. Your first task is to create already one account. This can be done by clicking the Create Accounts button in the middle of the screen or at the right side below the company agreement. Let's start completing the steps. In this section, you need to complete the descriptive name. Please choose a name that is easy to retrieve. For example, if you have multiple departments, you can choose management, marketing, or sales, but you can also narrow it down to card users that are only allowed to withdraw cash or not allowed to withdraw cash. In that case, you can call it no cash. Please select the product you want to configure. In this case, the AirPlus Corporate Card Type 2. The specific conditions, such as pricing and payment delay, have already been agreed upon in the contract, so these will be prefixed. You will find all the products you signed up for in the contract available for configuration. If you don't configure a certain product, you will not be able to use it and send out invitations to card holders. Let's have a look at the next step. In this section, you need to define your additional data fields. In the AirPlus terminology, this is called DBIs, or Descriptive Billing Information or References. These will be visible on your AirPlus statements and in your electronic billing files. You can display up to 2 DBI fields, so we kindly advise you to define these fields very carefully. You can choose between personal ID, internal account, department, cost center, or accounting unit. Let's continue with personal ID for our example. There is a maximum of 30 characters available for each data field, and it is possible to rename the names of the DBIs to match your internal terminology. Having DBI fields is not mandatory. Should you only require one field, for example, you can select Please select for the second DBI field, and then you will not be able to complete the other fields. And you can decide whether these fields need to be mandatory or not. If these fields need to be mandatory, you can select Yes. Your card users will be required to enter this information during their application process in case you decide that this information field should be mandatory. After completing the DBI fields, we proceed to billing. In this step, you need to define your accounting modalities. The invoice frequency is already set through your agreement and cannot be adjusted. In this case, it's set to be invoiced on a monthly basis. What you can select here is the billing date, meaning on which date of the month your statements will be generated. Defining this date will allow you to match internal processes such as payment runs or salary payout. Let's select the first of the month for our example. Next, you can select the diverted fees. These can be charged directly to the company or to the card user. You can select the diverted fees rows to move it to have it charged to either the subscriber, meaning the company or legal entity. In this case, let's select the annual fee to be charged on the company, meaning the subscriber. When we click Next, we get to the electronic billing. In this section, you can choose your electronic invoice formats and daily transaction data and define which delivery form suits your company best. To start, it's important to activate the button right here. Invoicing data are the monthly statements and can be sent in formats such as PDF, CSV, which is a customizable Excel, and XML. Transaction data are produced on a daily basis and are used to populate your expense management tool. Typical data formats such as CDF3, for example, that work for Raidu, or ATX Plus for mobile expense. In case you are using Concur, it is mandatory to send us the PR number Concur is using for your specific setup. And in case you are working with a different expense management system than the ones that are available here, within the portal, you will be able to select Customize Electronic Data. Let's select CDF3 for our example. If we continue, we get to Account Configuration. In this section, you will be able to specify the company name that will be shown on the AirPlus corporate cards. Let's use XYZ Holdings for our example. In the next step, you can define whether or not your card user is allowed to withdraw cash, meaning not allowed, fully allowed, or with restrictions. If it's allowed, you can set a daily and a weekly cash limit for that card user. For example, if we select limited, you will be able to select a daily limit and a weekly limit for that specific card user. We will continue with not allowed for our example. Defining the overall limit for the account is the limit for all card users within your company or for a specific department. This limit will help the company to control and assign budgets to a respective department, for example. Let's select 200,000 for our example. Next, you can define the shipment type and dispatch handling of the cards. For example, you can select central shipment with an individual dispatch. This means that all cards will be sent to the company address in individual envelopes. You can also select central shipment bulk dispatch. This means that all cards will be sent to the company address in one envelope. But due to the recent circumstances, I think the more practical option is to select private shipment. In this case, the card will be sent to the home address of the card user. Now, let's continue with the next step. After completing steps 1 to 5, you will get an overview of everything that has been configured. Should you notice that a specific selection might require an update, you can do modifications by selecting the pencil, and then you will get redirected to that specific step. For example, if you see or you want to change the company name, you can click the pencil, you can update the name, and you can click next again to get to the overview. All applicable fees will be shown as well, as you can see here. In this video, all fees are shown as an example. In your own portal, you will retrieve the fees you have contractually agreed upon. After you have checked that everything is correct, you need to tick the box that you agree to order the selected services. You can also print or export to have it as a document overview. After this, you can select Confirm and Order. For our next step, we continue with the onboarding of your card users. By clicking User Management at the top, you will be able to do a bulk upload or create an application for a single user. You can click New User, Single User, or create multiple card users. If you select the option to do a bulk upload, you will see that there is a template available for you to complete and easily manage to do a bulk upload. You can download the template at the bottom. If you have completed that step, your card users will receive an email invitation and will be guided through the online process. Once they have completed their application process, you, as the program manager, will be able to approve the newly ordered cards in the home screen on the right side or in the menu at the top. In this box on the right side, you will be able to see the incoming and pending approvals. For your card users, we also have a service guide available with some handy information on the benefits and services linked to their cards. Should you have any questions when trying to complete a specific step or section, by clicking the question mark at the top of the navigation menu, you will be redirected to an overview of all FAQs and important documents. As you can see here, we have the legal documents available for you as well as the product information. There is also another video with an introduction to the new portal. And if we continue to scroll down, you will be able to see the frequently asked questions. When you click on a question, the answer will be visible for you. Should you have more questions or you want to receive more information, don't hesitate to reach out to your dedicated account manager or our customer service. Thank you for watching our online video.